Hallo, Dumelang en goeiemorgen. Welcome to the Other Monday Show. I'm your host, Provin Gordon. We're back. We had our Circus of the Nation address last week when the ringmaster president Zupta addressed Parliament. It was, as expected, boring as shit. By the way, this picture of Zuma was taken at Sona. No, hang on. It wasn't. But Zuma was at Sona, and that's sort of the point. We just photoshopped Zuma's head onto the body of Jonathan Lee Iverson. He's the first African American to become ringmaster of a major US circus. You see, we're not being misleading. Zuma does exist, and he was in fact at Sona. Which brings us to the way the DA seemed to handle things. Let's have a look at Ian Ollis, the political head of the Sandton constituency and the deputy chairman of the Gauteng executive for the Democratic Alliance. Probably more widely known, for those of you who give a shit, as the DA's Shadow Minister of Labour. I don't quite get this whole shadow minister business. They make their constituents sound like cartoonish superheroes, sort of like Darkwing Duck. I am the minister that flaps in the night. Darkwing Duck, when there's trouble you call me darling. Ian Ollis is one of those guys fighting the good fight, and he seems to like shooting his video messages in exotic locations.
Dumelang.
Dumelang.
Goeiemorgen almal.
Goeiemorgen.
I'm standing here on the East Rand in Gauteng. Behind me you can see one of South Africa's iconic symbols, a mine dump.
Well, that sure looks like a mine dump, so where next? What do you have next for us there?
Dumelang.
Dumelang.
Goeiedag almal. Behind me is the Wits Great Hall and I'm standing on the Wits campus.
Nobody from that Other Monday show has ever been to the Wits campus, but that does look like a university, so we'll just take your word for it. What we don't take his word for is the good news that he's been spreading for the DA over Facebook. Now, not all of it. You just need to take some of it with a pinch of salt. Pinch of. Mm-hmm. Okay. Like the hospital the DA built in Khayelitsha. The one that opened in 2012 to massive fanfare. in Ian Ollis' own words. Now, let me shock some of you. The Mitchells Plain Hospital is not a one-off DA project. Let me show you the next project. Look below at the pics of the Khayelitsha Hospital, also completed in 2012 by the DA administration. Amazing first world facilities. Share this one or like it too if you agree. That's great. It was liked by 153 people and shared by 180. There were also the 10 odd comments, but they were mostly people trolling. But hey, that's great news. I mean, look at these photos that they shared. Here's one of the hospital. Oh, another one of the hospital. There's one of some babies that were born in the DA hospital. There's one of some doctors doing good work. Sorry, hold on. Can we just go back to the baby photos? Okay, 1 second. Can you just pass me the internet, please? I just want to do a quick Google image reverse search. Aha! Thank you. The headlines that specific photo comes up under are: why India has the world's most stillborn babies, Adoption of stolen babies racket unearthed in India. Population forecasts are anyone's guess. So why even try? That's my personal favorite. And girls not allowed. Number of times a reference to a DA-built Khayelitsha hospital comes up? 0. That's because this photo was taken in freaking India, but hey, we're not the experts. And that is why we always cross over to our international correspondents on the ground. Mark Boucher is a household name, an ambassador for South African, and has spent more time in India than this dude from the DA. For real insight, we cross now to one of South Africa's most beloved cricket players. Mark Boucher, what is your take on these pictures from India?
Actually, it's Candace. Anyway, I'm a qualified person because I have eyes. And anyone with eyes can see this photo was taken in India. Not in Cape Town. India.
So you guys make me wait in the office, and then you tell me you're going to go get Nando's, and then you go visit the pretty Boucher. The Candace Boucher. Didn't even come back with Nando's. Not even a little bit. Not even a chip. Can we cut to a commercial break, please? Because I just need to have a word with the people. Yeah. It's fucking bullshit. Do you hear me, director? This balls. This. This week's episode is brought to you by the products available at zefshop.com. That's a real thing. Do you eat? Do you need to poop? Of course you do. Julius Malema kakpapier. 3-ply. Enough said. Sells itself. Ian Ollis was asked for comment by Netwerk24 about the misleading photo, and this whole thing seems to have gone under everyone's radar. He simply said that he had no idea about the origin of the photo and maintains that he made an innocent mistake. He apologized and said that it was not his intention to mislead anyone. He was just Googling photos online about the hospital, and that the rest of the photos are indeed official photos of the Khayelitsha and Mitchell's Plain hospitals. He further said that it was just a Facebook post and not a press release. Yeah, Penny Sparrow also just made a Facebook post. So you're all good, bro. You fucking monkey. He further stated that he used the photos as an illustration, and the fact remains that the hospitals exist. If the hospitals didn't exist, this would have been misleading. Okay, so why don't you just shut your mouth and wave your little blue flag? Because you must close your mouth, Ian, before all the shit falls out. Here's the thing. His post said, look below at the pics, very official, of the Khayelitsha hospital, also completed in 2012 by the DA administration. He didn't say, look below at the pics of the Khayelitsha hospital and some random Indian babies that I discovered on the internet. And then he went and encouraged people to distribute this half-truth. And that's exactly what they did. All 180 of them. How about being on the ground yourself? Your administration built those hospitals. So why don't you go visit them and take your own photos if you're so proud of it? Or are you going to remain a Facebook crusader? Which, by the way, you're sort of terrible at. Because after reading that the photo has nothing to do with the hospitals, you didn't remove it. They're still there, as if those babies' lives are still in the capable hands of the doctors at the DA-run hospital. But let's not badger this guy too much. He does try and fight the good fight. He just goes about it very clumsily, as we can see, case in point, from this video clip, where he discusses his concerns for the metro rail system with a puppet.
We need a new, proper public transport to move people around the cities. So we need our metro rail trains to work. We need them to run efficiently.
Dude, I don't know what the issue is. We have awesome trains. Look at this new DA-built metro rail system. fair enough. Those trains are from Japan's railroad system. But we only use the clip as an illustration. So to be fair, if our trains didn't exist by the DA standards, only then would that be misleading.